Good afternoon, everybody. This is your boy Skyler. I'm at the Masonic Temple in San Francisco. Some time ago, maybe last year sometime, I came up here and I was just kind of like curious. I saw the Masonic sign, and by this time, I was very curious about the motives of the Masonic movement, as well as some of the other secret societies. And when I came in here, I saw this mural, and this mural really painted a picture for me. And I'm gonna let you guys take a look at it so you can make your own assessment about what it is and what it's really communicating on an unconscious and a conscious level. So when I first came here, I saw this big mural, and you guys can obviously see that long stick figure right there in the center with something that looks like an envelope over its pelvic center. As I kind of made my way around this, it was really dark at night, so you couldn't see. It wasn't, it's kind of transparent right now, but when I came, it was real dark. But if you look at the bottom, you can see something that looks like dirt, right? It's real deep, and you can kind of see the green vines, and then the green vines go up on the side and come all the way up, and then over, right? See that? So I was like, well, what's that about? Now, I don't know, for some of you, it's probably important to mention that in college I took art interpretation. I mean, I thought it was kind of a dumb course. You just try and learn how to read into what the artist was thinking, etc. As you can see, there, just right of that stick figure, there's about 3 individuals, okay, and they're dark-skinned people. If we come to the other side, right here, just on the other side here, there are 3 other people, and they are dark-skinned people. And they each have something in their hand, like they're bringing a gift. Like the first dark-skinned person has an orange in his hand, what looks like an orange. The last person over there has what looks like a pickaxe. Right here, you got a dark-skinned person who has a star, and somebody who looks like he's wearing a captain's hat with some kind of a scroll or a map. And then this guy has a large fish in his hand. Okay, and then you see a lot of symbols like boats and the things that make up society, boats, land, housing, trees, etc. And that's on both sides. On that side there, I can't zoom in with the camera, but what you will notice down there at the bottom right there, there are 2 people shaking hands, and they are Caucasian colored hands. Just to be real quick, I don't want this to be a long video. What I got from this, if you look where that stick figure is, that's actually a silhouette of a man. And if you're like me and you've lived in America for some time, you know that that's a stick figure of a white man. That over his pelvic region looks like an envelope. But I thought, well, what else could that be? Sometimes you have to look at the gray areas or the black areas and figure out. It might not be what you think it is. So I thought it was an envelope at first, but it could be some kind of an apron where, right where the V forms right there. That's his pouch where he drops in a lot of those items that he's embarked on. Like if you look at the background of the stick figure, it's a collage, a sequential or just a collage of just different aspects of business, industry, production, survival. So you have a hammer, you have a strawberry, you have all these different things, a cow, a flower, a plant, a pot, a rose, whatever it is. And so you can make your own interpretations about what that means. To me, it means that all these dark people in the world are bringing these things to the white man. So that's my interpretation. Now, if you look up at the eye, if you get into the Illuminati, you studied a little bit of that, or you watched some videos or read some books, it looks like the eye, the all-seeing eye, doesn't it? Doesn't mean that they're necessarily associated with the Illuminati, though they could be partners or joint ventures in crime, whatever the case may be. It is nonetheless the all-seeing eye. Sometimes people get inspired, and like to use the same type of artworks. So you never know when it comes down to strategy and the ultimate agenda of these people. You never really know, because I haven't found any information that give me a conclusive answer about what these people really are about. I haven't done my homework that much. So I'm just, when you look at this thing, you can see the Freemasonic symbol, you can see the all-seeing eye, you see a silhouette of a white man on top of all of the features of modern life. There's a car down there, there's an anvil, there's chickens and roosters, there's seats. So I don't know what all that means, but I somehow think that it means he has to be the head of all industry. He has to be the head of all industry, all of modern so-called civilized life. And then all these dark people bring him the goods and services. And then down there, the white hands, hands shaking hands doesn't definitely kind of validates that point. So is this his agenda? Is it the agenda of the Freemasons to make sure that white men are at the head of all industry? Very good question. If you're a black man, it really doesn't matter to me. I want to be in control of things because, as far as I can tell, Europeans been running things quite efficiently, and I'm all about balance, and I definitely like to break that up and just do my own thing. So I'm not concerned about them, whatever control or power they may have, because really I have all the power, because the power is in your ability to visualize yourself having the power, and you will have it. Whatever you visualize, that's what will come into being. So I'm not really concerned about the game that they're playing. As far as I can tell, we killing it on the basketball courts, football field, in all areas of sports. And if you start looking at academia, any black person in America who has had good health, they're very bright individuals. Any African that you've ever met, very bright people. So we have the capacity to do whatever we want. I don't necessarily want to make this about race or bring in a consciousness of racial, ethnic competition, though I think that's inevitable. Ethnic competition is inevitable for sure. But I think we want to bring a new consciousness in where people can coexist, but things can be balanced and fair, and different ethnic ecologies can be sustained, can be appreciated and respected, and we're gonna bring in something new. So anyhow, I missed out, man. Today I thought I was gonna get in, but I came obviously a little bit late. I've never been inside the building. I don't know really what it has to offer. So I just thought it was very interesting. And yeah, when you make your way to San Francisco, maybe you'll check it out for yourself. Take care.